So here we are, a quaint little group. They're all over there, so we'll just keep going here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for enjoying some food with us. And I want to thank my coaches first for putting in a lot of hard work. Still putting in hard work, putting the boards together. You guys know Chris and Carolyn and who's the? I can't see. Can you stand up? Diana and Yoshi and Arturo. Without them, this kind of stuff and games don't happen. So appreciate them very much. Just before I let them go, I know this year. I talked to you already a little bit after the Ventura game. Made me very proud. I know we lost, but I seriously enjoyed that game very much because I got to listen to their jerky fans behind us really bitching and moaning. And then their coach started crying a lot, and so you had them shaking. And then of course the coach starts using his influence because you know who he is. He influences people, and suddenly things changed a little bit, but not until they were really scared. So I sincerely was proud of that moment. I felt really good there, and that was kind of the best moment for me, at least out of the season, to watch you guys make them shiver in the boots. So you got to take pride in that. So that was my little takeaway from the season, and of course having Smalls do the mic, it's hard for me to give it up, but she did a great job, much better than me pronouncing your name. So without further ado, Coach, you want to hand out some more?
Yeah. Well, so, I got to put on glasses to read my writing. And I first of all want to thank the team for I was actually talking to Bill. She's coming over and I told her today, I said, I feel kind of sad. I don't ever remember feeling that way going to this thing, going to the banquet. And so I think it's best. I really like this team. And there's several reasons why. Obviously, it's all the girls. There's a lot of good stuff here. As I was talking about having the final exam, the thing that I think is going to help anybody, whether you're a soccer player or anything, achieve, greatness, be successful. And soccer, everybody's got to have skill and speed and athletic ability, but it's the psychological part. And who's got the commitment and the desire to stay with things. And that's what's going to help all of you be successful in life, basically. And I think when I'm looking at this group, that's for all of them. And that's what I like is that it's fun to be around you, but you're serious, you work hard. You really, very little drama this year. It's a lot of fun for a coach when it's like that. To be able to say, I like everybody that's out there. So no, I think that's why I was kind of sad. But we'll see everybody in the springtime. It's going to be great. Let's see. Before getting into too much more, I do want to thank, first of all, Carolyn for being there for us. Comes to most of our games. Is a big supporter of the girls. I don't know if you all know that, but she's looking out for everybody all the time. And so we're real happy to have her. Thank the Coach Mark, we got something to pass out.
Yeah.
We got a bag of goodies over there. Got some little good cards, some more stuff for you. There's food over there if you want to grab some. A couple of things that I wrote down some things that I remember around from the season. I don't know how many of you remember this, but our first away game going to West LA and on the way back. I believe it was that game. And we're driving along. Everybody wants to go use the restroom and pull over. And that lady that had a Mercedes that was sitting in the middle of the road, she was out of gas. And, 3 or 4 people go there and push her around.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? So that was kind of fun. So when I see, our team goes out there and good Samaritans running the road pushing a car, it's the kind of girls we got. Let's see. As Jonah said, I can remember that, the battles that we had with BC, both games I think were the same. You obviously not able to go to the one there, but it's the same thing. We work hard and play hard and organize and what we were supposed to be doing. It's pretty cool. We had a lot of injuries, and, at times it kind of wasn't too cool for some of the people. I know Cassie, Mark injured Cassie at the end of the season. I don't think that's really what happened.
Oh yeah, Mark injured.
But everybody, you're always home together. And we'll talk about it later, but I think a lot of it, I would say, has to do with the sophomore sports. We only have 4 sophomores, and they got themselves a great job of keeping everybody together. And that's what it's all about. And I think we showed everybody what it takes, right? And like I said, I'll talk more about that later, but I'm always going to remember that. I'm going to remember Selene, the 2 goals versus Cuesta.
Yeah.
It was big time, right? The first one, just like she's been doing her whole life, right? Just gets in there and I'll put this left in the shot in the corner, and then comes down at the end of the game after we've had, 3 or 4 breakaways, and finally maybe I'll just dribble it out and it was a great goal. Showed everybody what to do. So that was cool. I remember seeing the people that were in my van, all the bouncing around, all the running back. I kept seeing lights going off. I'd like to see some of the videos. What's going on back there?
He never ever would be.
You guys all read all that stuff? I think also with the final exam, final exam was and so we graded everybody on what they were doing. And it was cool to me to see the improvement of everybody because some of our players really hadn't played a lot of soccer going into the season. And to see at the end of it that everybody knew how to play, making good decisions, knew where they were supposed to be. And I kind of think part of it, that's what it's all about. Everybody's improving. And you're a team. I see in the middle of the game, I don't know, you over there and hug Lassie. I don't remember doing that, but that's not good. I think it was somebody right on okay, on opposite teams.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what happened, so it's cool. I don't know what was that. No, it's good. Okay. So what we're going to do now, for everybody that gets a certificate, and call you up individually, we'll hold off the sophomores to go at the end. And so I'll just say a little bit of something about everybody, and we get your chance. First one, Laura, out of there. Laura, come on. Pretty much every minute of every game, we went a little bit forward, but we looked a little worn out. All right. Andrea from Bautista. Andrea Next one is Taylor Big Rock. Taylor's down here, scholar athlete. Taylor, I thought it was kind of amazing because every game she would get like 1 or 2 great chances to score. And she's not the fastest, but she knows where to be, where to go, and how to get there. So hopefully she plays next year.
She's a girl.
We'll get her to score some goals. All right, next one, Miriam Lagunas. So Miriam is a scholar athlete. Good job. So Miriam, I kept trying to meet with Miriam last year. I wanted to talk to you about playing. No, I'm not sure what I want to do. And finally, I've never seen her that color before. But she decided she was playing as obviously friends with Carla, Emily, and great job. I loved having you out there. Breathe harder. Come on down. All right, so Bree has a couple things. She played scholar athlete, and Bree was honorable mention for all conference. All right, so I don't know if you knew that, but congratulations on that. So Bree is, this is, I think she's a free spirit. She reminds me of when I was growing up, there were hippies, and rides around on a skateboard. I mean, who does that, right? There's more. I think she's a lover, not a fighter. I think she bumps into someone that gets her into all season long, just use with God being you, right? Bree's like it's like you see a 7-foot basketball player trying to play point guard. That's what you should be doing. Do that, not this, right? So I was trying to get Bree to be more physical. So we are playing, I don't know who it was, Quest or somebody. She runs in, pumps the girl, and then, I don't want to touch her. I don't want to foul her. So, but she's a great player, and I think just keep getting better. And I know that about you. I'm really glad you play. You did a great job. All right. You weren't in the last one. Okay. All right. So Janessa, I think she's kind of the utility player in a lot of respects. She played different positions, played goalie. And it was, we asked if we ever needed somebody to play goalie, who would be the backup goalie? I'll do it. I've never played before. Not really. She was phenomenal. When she did go in, she was great there. Played holding midfielder. I think about halfway through the season, I don't think he came out. He played pretty much every minute of every game. Worked hard, skillful, strong, great work ethic. And what I really liked at the beginning of the season, you're a great community. Talk, positive, love having you out. Good job. All right. Hilda. So Yilda, everybody knows Yilda. I know Coach Yilda's a cheerleader, right? She can do all round up, backhand springs, all this stuff. I think we'll do next year, we'll get a free kick. Yilda's going to do like something in front of everybody, and then we'll kick the ball. They're all going to be watching. So Yilda, hadn't played a lot of soccer before this season. Watching the video of the final exams, Yilda's in the corner. She's looking there and just outside her left foot, flicks it around somebody to their teammate, and it was awesome. It was soccer. And so I want to say, I never seen anybody improve as much as you. And she's calm. She doesn't look like she's stressed about anything. I think it's phenomenal. Let's have you out. So, Elizabeth Pena, Ellie. I think probably the hardest working player on the team. In practice, when we're doing sprints, she is going as fast as she can every time.
Oh, I know. The warm up.
In the warm-up, she's in the weight, we're lifting weights, I mean, she can lift the 45-pound weight on the bench press. Everybody said, we can't do that much. Ellie's adding weight on. Nobody wants to be a partner, right? So she's a hard worker, tremendously improves, got a lot of great skills, understands the game, love having you there, looking forward to next year. So happy to be out there. Jessica Rosales. All right. So scholar athlete. All right, gotta like that. Jessica, you showed up when did I first meet you? Beginning of the summer, right? Right at the beginning of the summer, I did not know who she was. I got somebody out of water ring. She's pretty good. She comes out there. At first, I was like, all right. Great size. She's another hard worker, skillful. Watching her, you scored, rip some goals in the final exam, right? So now you got to do that next year, right? It's on your right foot, touch the ball, just like that. Love having you out there smiling. It's another good attitude. See you in the spring. Cassie, Cassandra Ruiz. She was not in the summer class. Let's go. All right, so what's there to say about Cassie? Great attitude, another hard worker. She's fast, determined, never gives up. You don't want, she's kind of reminds me a little bit of Ruby. You don't want to be around her unless you have your shin guards on. She's trying to get the ball, right? She just works and works. Has improved tremendously. Was really disappointed when you got injured. You couldn't play anymore, and I know you were too. But we loved having you out there. I'm looking forward to seeing you. All right, so Lenny Salgado. So Selene is a scholar athlete. Well, Selene is a year older than most of the freshmen. We tried to get her to play for us a couple of years ago. Santa Paula. I think she could be on TV or something. Great player. Selene's a great player. We talked about the goal she scored against Cuesta. She can play any position, plays in the back, she plays in the midfield, plays forward. Just a great soccer player. I think a great soccer IQ. She's calm, she's composed, she's deceptive, she's skillful. She's a great player. Hopefully playing next year. And if we will go off to a 4-year school, I did. We'll see what happens. But yeah, great job. She's got a great sense of humor. All right. Next one, Vanessa Sanchez.
Take it off.
So Bonnie is, just like Selene, Bonnie's been in at OC for a couple of years. I think, and everybody knows her, great teammate, hardworking on the field, hardworking in practice. I think as another player with great soccer IQ. We do the combination plays in practice, trying to work on what we're trying to do, and she does it in the game like she's been doing it her whole life. It's beautiful to watch her play, and it wasn't just for them during the season. I'm looking forward to having her back out next year and another good season. All right. So sophomore. So the first one, Carla Alvarez. Come on. All right. So Carla is, by the way, I don't know if you know this. Carla is a second team all conference. Right? What can I say about Carla? First of all, Carla, I think, is a great soccer player. She had as a defender, her skills are pretty impressive. I think if we were going to do a video on how to do dribbling skills, Carl is somebody you could put in there. She's got the correct down. The only issue sometimes is she does it inside our box, which I don't know if that's where you want the correct move from the center back, but she pulls it off, and it works great. I think for all the sophomores, for sure Carla, from the development from last year to this year, it was really impressive. They worked hard, she worked hard. I don't know if your body changed, I don't know if you know that, but much more agile. She was always, always tall and got long legs. She was a great defender, and this year I think just was able to close down things, able to react to things. Her first step was better, but she's skillful, and then you started hitting the ball. It was like a monster. It's a great player, great captain. Loved having you there. I'm going to miss you for that. All right, Emily Perez.
Ooh, Emily!
And my sister. To the nana.
So Emily is a scholar athlete and a first team all conference. So that's pretty big time. You can hold on to that. What's there to say about Emily? We first saw Emily play for her high school team. She was playing left midfield. And she was taking all the corner kicks and all the crosses, and every one of them was right in the right spot, hard, on frame, somebody's head. And so we want her to play. She comes in the summertime and she goes out. I play center midfield. Okay, so we play her at center midfield. She does pretty well there. And so what happens early in the season, we need a left back. So we play Emily at left back. We never played left back in her life. I thought it was phenomenal last year there. And this year she's back to center mid, attacking mid, holding mid. And then I think the best spot for her, for us, was playing center back. I believe there are many games this year where Emily was the best player on the field. She's strong, she doesn't give up, she tackles, she can distribute out of there. I think maybe her best position is holding midfielder, but I think she was phenomenal. That's why you're first in all conference.
Yeah, Emily!
All right, next one, Nana, Adriana Rios.
Yay!
Come on, Nana. So Nana is scholar athlete and honorable mention, I can't say what it says. Yeah. Honorable mention all conference, so that's you. So, I don't know how long everybody's known Nana. Some of you have known her for a long time. She comes to play 3 seasons ago in the summertime and bears up her knees. She's going out, she's crying, and so didn't play that year. Worked hard to get in shape, and she told me before last season started, she just wanted to show everybody that she could play, but she was back. So first game, what happened? It was like the goal of the century, right? It was a wonder goal. She gets this volley. You couldn't ever do it again. I don't know. Ball bounces out. She hits a full volley from 25 yards out, right in the upper corner, and Nana's back. And it was awesome. So she worked hard in the off season. Comes back this year. Fearless player. She'll run after anything, tackle anybody. Knocking over players on both teams sometimes. It doesn't matter. I think Yilda was on the ground once. Or maybe it was Ellie, somebody. It was Ellie. There's 3 players lying on the ground. 2 of them are ours. But that's Nana. And I think just, great work ethic, great teammate, captain. You did a wonderful job. That you played for us. And it's part of the program. So with that,
I already did it.
Goodbye.
all right, next one. Ruby's not here, but everybody knows Ruby. Hard worker. Ruby worked hard in the off season. She's one of those players. I like having Ruby in practice because you better be ready to play if you're playing against Ruby. You know you have to have your shin guards on. And she works hard. She plays the way it's supposed to play, right? She's not backing down. So I really like that about her. All right. All right, so now, can we have all the sophomores come on up?
Oh, no, you didn't.
So you guys got to face that way.
That way?
Come up here, but face that way. All right, so I want to talk about the sophomores as a group. So for the freshmen, I know Vanessa knows this. I don't know if anybody else was there lifting weights last year, but in the springtime, most every day it seemed like they were in the weight room before we were practicing. Is that right? Right? And they transformed their bodies. Seriously, it's about, I would say about halfway at the most through the PE class in the springtime. Coach Mark knows. They're starting to change. And that is why they were successful this year. I think all three of them had a great season. I think they're great examples to the freshmen. We have a lot of freshmen. Hopefully you learn from them. You are allowed to come in the spring class and get there 8:30 or whatever, and you want to work out. Ellie, you were coming with them sometimes right last year in the spring, right?
It was Kina.
It was Kina, but you can do it. Kina improved a lot, right? But you can do that. And that's what it takes. You can't just go, I'm going to train for an hour and a half, 2 or 3 times a week. You got to do it more than that. So that helped a lot. Great leadership. But you guys are, I like you. That's a cool thing to be able to say. I like our players, right? If I want to go out and coach somebody, it's more fun for me to be around them. And I just think you guys are doing a great job. You're going to be successful. Hopefully you know that, and this has helped you in your life. So we have a gift for you. We'll put it as one of these. By the way, we showed it. Maybe next year's uniforms, something like that, right? So each of you is going to get one of these, and you can work out wherever you want. So there's a medium, 2 mediums, and 2 small. So hopefully you like them and they're cool. I don't know, but so that's it. So thanks. All right. Last but not least, so everybody voted for 3 things. We have offensive MVP, defensive MVP, and most inspirational. And I think, so what do we have first? Let's go with most inspirational? Yes, what do we have? So this person, I think is a good choice. By the way, you guys must have all talked to each other. A lot of people voted for the same people, so but I think this person deserves it. It's Vanessa Sanchez. Most amazing.
Yeah, Bonnet. We're going to ruin the shrine.
Alright, so offensive most valuable player. And it's a good choice. She won a game for us. Can do a lot of great things. It's the lady.
Woo! Yeah!
So this is the offensive MVP from the girl that plays right back in high school. And now obviously MVP. So
Oh yeah.
hold that. Here we go.
Yeah. Can we do that from you, Andrea?
Right.
You know what's
So
going to be?
Right. There we go. All right. And last but not least, we have the defensive most valuable player. I think of all of them, I think this could have gone to several other people. But I also think it's a great choice. It's Emily Perez.
Thank you.
So that's it. Thanks, everybody. We'll see. I think most of you are going to see in the spring class. Have a great holiday season. Please be safe. Don't, whatever it is, don't ride in a car with somebody that shouldn't be driving. Right? Take care. care of yourselves, and I think January 6th is the first day.